Hello, here we are, somewhat unusually not at a cricket ground. This, in fact, is the Churnet Valley Railway. I'm on holiday with my wife and mother-in-law. They've decided to go on a little trip to to Ipstones, and that's from where the Churnet Valley Railway runs to. It starts here at Kingsley and Froghall, as you can see, and runs along to Ipstones. It's approximately 10 3/4 miles. We should hear the whistle sound approximately 2 minutes out from the station, and it's the locomotive itself is an American locomotive. I can't recall immediately to mind the number, but we'll see it when it comes in. When it comes in, I'm going to shut up because it's really quite noisy. The steam that it generates makes an awful lot of high frequency noise, and greatly to your relief, I imagine, you probably won't hear a single thing that I have to say during that period. But to look around just quickly, as you can see, the station itself has been fairly faithfully reproduced right down to the telephone wires that you can see dangling across the line here, and also the station building, which has been nicely presented here, beautifully painted. I think we're going to have to go inside since it's actually starting to rain, so I shall deliver a little piece from inside under the shelter of the hoarding here. There is a waiting room in there, and then there's a tea room there, which is excellent. So this is, again, very much like an old station in the days of yore, shall we say, in the age of steam. So a little bit about the history of the Churnet Valley Railway. In 1964, this restoration started, and it's been done more or less exclusively by volunteers between then and now. And it runs, I think, 3 or 4 times a week from, as I say, from Kingsley and this place. I can't remember what it was again. That's not good, is it? Kingsley and Froghall, that was it. I had to move and look at the sign there, which was cheating. And runs from Kingsley and Froghall to Ipstones, and Ipstones is around, as the cow wanders, or as the car drives, as it were, around 2 miles or so. But the station at Ipstones skirts the hill, obviously, and sits at the bottom of the hill, so that people leave Ipstones station. It did in the days before Mr. Beeching got hold of the railway system. They leave the station and walk up the hill towards the station. So we'll have a little look in here if we can, and slightly echoey here, but as you can see, there's some cases of artefacts. You can see here some of the important signs there, and a little advert for Alton Towers. For those of you who know what Alton Towers is, there's a signal box lever from the days of old. But as you can see, it looks fairly lifelike as an old historical station, right down to the old ticket windows. Look at them. Look at those. They're quite marvellous. Little hole to speak through and a bit that you can pass your money through. And of course, the only modern day thing that you can see there is a credit card machine. Of course, you wouldn't see those in the 60s. Very nice old switches there. Look at that, and a rather more modern day fire switch, of course. So we'll come back out again, and I think the rain might have ceased for just a little while. We'll wander out and have a little look around down here. We'll just walk down. You can see what good repair the whole place is in. There is a tiny little bit of rain, but not too much at this point in time. So as we go further down the platform, for that is what it is. We'll see the water tower. Steam trains coming into stations will of course need to, from time to time, recharge the water containers that they use to create the steam. That is it there. I don't know what this house is. That might have been perhaps a signal house or something like that. Although it's quite hard to imagine a signal house that sold Coca-Cola, isn't it? Still, there we are. and we'll walk perhaps to the end of the station if the weather allows us, and then turn around and come back, and with any luck by that stage the train should have arrived. It's a reasonably long train. It's, I think, about 8 carriages or so, something like that, which I don't know whether that's large or small for a preservation railway. It's probably quite large, I would suggest. I think the Swanage Railway only has 3 carriages, so these people have done terribly well, haven't they? Where the rest of this track goes, I don't know. Perhaps it's a collecting place for the trains and carriages, and they disappear off into the distance there and turn themselves round or do whatever they have to do. There's no bridge over the station platform here, so anybody who comes to the station and arrives on, as we look at it, the left-hand set of tracks, will of course have to walk to the end of the platform, down the slope there, and away across the track here. Probably be shepherded across the track by individuals who understand that safety is important. I'm looking across over there, and you see this large tube that stands up. I would guess that that would be the water spout to put into the water container for the locomotive. Up, as you could hear in the distance there is the whistle, and I've just been signalled to by the station master there, which is very decent of him, or someone who might be the station master. I'd like to think he was the kindly old station master, a la railway children, although I am not a railway child, of course, but there we are. So we'll walk back here, just make our way back down the platform here, and as the train, I beg its pardon, arrives into the station, I will then stop talking, because the unit itself, the loco, it creates a lot of high frequency noise, and as I said earlier, you won't be able to hear me speak at all, which I should imagine is a great treat for you anyway. So there we are. The noise is now getting larger. People are now excuse me, people are now waiting to receive the train, and we'll just sit here quietly by this telephone secondary connection point here. That's where telephone wires used to be connected. It's still used actually in various places. I don't suppose that will have too many connections within it at this stage, but those were commonly seen by the side of the road. So we'll look at that away here, and here comes the train here. Now, of course, it can't turn around, so it's coming in backwards. Hello, sir.
Hi.
It's coming in backwards, so we can see this, and I'll be able to...
Get a picture of it.
I will indeed, yes, there we are. And in we come. Here we go. Here is 5197. To a halt, you can see the carriages here, and the station operators are walking ahead, and there we go. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carriages, so reasonably substantial. And there's someone filming. I'm filming him, filming me. There we are. That's all very nice. I suspect that people having a splendid time in the restaurant car here then, and as they come to a halt, and the doors are now opened, and away we go. So the Churnet Valley Railway here at Kingsley and Frog Hall Station, and with that I shall bid you a very good afternoon.